Hello everyone, and by midnight tonight the 3DS and Wii U eShops will be closed down in terms of you won't be able to purchase any software from them at all. I went on both the 3DS and Wii U eShops and had one last look at both of them, and here are some last minute games I think you should check out before both shut down for good.
Lockhart QT.
Firstly, there's the Virtual Console. I shouldn't really have to explain what this is, but for those who don't, I will. Personally, I wouldn't bother with SNES, NES, and N64 games, as the majority of these titles are on Nintendo Switch Online and can be accessed for free with that subscription, and that's more, in my opinion, worth it because you get co-op and online play as well for some of those games. But there are some more gems here. The Wii U store includes DS games as well as Wii games. For example, you can play the Metroid Prime trilogy, Super Mario Galaxy 2 and loads more. Whereas the 3DS eShop includes classic titles that can be played in 3D, such as Donkey Kong and Kirby's Adventure. So if you do want to check out those games, go ahead. Be wary that some of the old classic games actually do require a new 3DS, which is a different model, which is the one with the C-stick, so bear that in mind. Next up, I'll be going over some Wii U games that I think are worth genuinely buying, really, so let's go over. First off, we have Windwaker HD, which is one of my favourite games of all time. This is one of the best Zelda games and has a gorgeous cel-shaded art style and focuses mainly on ocean exploration, and it's just a brilliant game. Next up, we have The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. Again, another solid 3D Zelda, and it's one that a lot of people have missed because it's just not on the Switch. Hopefully one day we do get Wind Waker and Twilight Princess on the Switch. Next up is Xenoblade Chronicles X, again a game that has been missed and for some reason doesn't have a port to the Nintendo Switch, so here's hoping that either the Switch or the next Nintendo console get this game. It is a massive monolith soft RPG, and it's more similar to the first Xenoblade Chronicles than the others. However, this game really pushes the Wii U to its limits. I really recommend getting it. Next up we have Nintendo Land, which is a pack-in title with the Wii U. Really recommend getting this. If you're in the UK, you can actually get it from shops like CEX for really cheap, for like a £5, so there you go. It's essentially a party collection of Nintendo All-Stars, and you get little mini-games, and it's just really fun. Next up is Splatoon 1. Splatoon 1 is obviously the original Splatoon, and again, a lot of the features that are in Splatoon 1 are actually coming to Splatoon 3 via the expansion pass, but it's still worth playing the first game for the campaign, as it's definitely, for me, a trip down memory lane. Next up is Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. I genuinely think this is one of the worst games I've ever played. However, not only is it Animal Crossing, it's just a really poorly made Mario Party clone, and for those who are curious, I would suggest getting it just for playing it to see what it's like. I had a few friends over, we played it, it was terrible, but it was loads of fun as well. Next up we have Dr. Luigi, which is essentially Dr. Mario but swapped out with some features. For example, you can get the L pills, and you have a different mode. I think there was online play, I don't know if it's been shut down or not, but Dr. Luigi is certainly a solid puzzle game. Next up is Star Fox Zero. This is another remake of Star Fox 64. However, it's still somewhat fun. I played it the other day and I did have some enjoyment out of it. It's not my favourite Star Fox game, but it's certainly good. It's certainly worth playing. Next up, and is the final Wii U game on this list, is Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U. For those who, to be honest, all the content here, minus a few things, is in Smash Ultimate, but if you're here for things like trophies and just checking out the game in general, also there are a few stages such as the Yoshi's Woolly World stage that are exclusive to this title, so it's definitely worth checking that out just if you're curious, really. And here are some 3DS titles you should really pick up. We have Pokemon Sun and Moon, or obviously Ultra Sun and Moon as well, Pokemon X and Y, Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, as well as all the Pokemon Rumble games and whatnot. Please note that Pokemon Bank, Dream Radar and all the other cool apps will be inaccessible by midnight tonight, so I'd advise doing two things. If you've got a subscription for any of these, I would cancel them tonight, as I don't know really what happens if they like charge you by accident or whatnot, so I don't really know. And I'd advise getting them just for the sake of having device that has them installed, because why not? Plus, these are all solid Pokemon games. I think Pokemon Sun and Moon is actually one of my favourites, believe it or not. Don't go, it's in the top 3, but for me it will never beat Platinum and Black and White. However, Pokemon Sun and Moon for me was a really good title. Next up we have Animal Crossing New Leaf. Funny enough, a lot of the content in this game is actually not available in New Horizons, so if you want a different Animal Crossing game and if you want something fresh and new, if you haven't played it and you've only played it on the Switch, I would recommend getting New Leaf. Next up is Mario Kart 7, a really solid Mario Kart title with tracks based off of Wii Sports Resort and other Mario Kart tracks that aren't currently available via remakes, so go check that out. You've got Super Mario Bros. 2, which is a essentially 2D platformer which really focuses on using from what I remember, it's like the gold coin power-ups. You can get like the gold Koopa shell that drops coins and whatnot, and the whole game really focuses on coins. Next up we have Mario 3D Land, which is essentially the Mario Galaxy formula. However, it's more of a focus on the classic Mario enemies design, as well as the world structure, as well as the, I guess, you know, like the first world is your grasslands world, then it move on and on and on, like each world has its own theme, but a lot of the power-ups from sort of the 3D Mario games do return here, so it's definitely a solid game. It's rather quick and it is rather easy for a 3D Mario game, but still worth checking out. You also have the Legend of Zelda remakes, being Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. Again, solid remakes. In my opinion, these are the best versions of both of these games. However, other than emulation, they're extremely tricky to play, so I do recommend getting them. I think Ocarina of Time is actually really cheap on the eShop. I think it's only like £15, so I would definitely worth, yeah, or it might be £20 actually, now that I've said that. I don't actually know, but it's definitely worth picking up. We also have A Link Between Worlds, which is a really solid top-down Zelda game, which it allows you to essentially walk through walls and things like that. You can actually project yourself as an image on a wall, I think, from what I remember playing it. I haven't played it in a very long time, but hey-ho. And finally we have the Pushmo games, which are really cute platform puzzle games which involve pushing, shoving and other things. There's loads of these titles both on Wii U and 3DS, so definitely worth picking up. Like I said earlier, any cool apps like Pokemon Bank, Dream Radar, etc. that you have, or camera apps or anything, I definitely recommend installing those tonight, as I think they go away. I'm not 100% sure on like the apps, but I would recommend just picking them up anyway, just in case. But the same thing goes for demos. If you need to get any demos, again, I would install and pick these up tonight by midnight. As I'm writing this, there's currently, trying to do quick maths in my head, there's currently 8 hours of currently writing this left, so I'd definitely do that, guys. And that's about it, to be honest. If you guys need any games or software, I'd advise getting them ASAP, as I said, they'll be gone forever by midnight tonight. And who knows, by the time you're watching this, the shop may already be down. But these are a few of my sort of favourite games for each console, minus, I guess, Amiibo Festival, but hey-ho. If you guys want any suggestions, feel free to reach out to me in the comments, or I'll definitely give some more. If you guys want a sort of in memoriam video for the eShop, let me know and I'll be happy to do that. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and for more Nintendo content, stay subscribed to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.